Last week we made huge progress on getting the buildings around Minas Tirith completed. We didn't quite make it, but we are really close. However, before we get onto the buildings, I'm going to dive in to some classic filler work and start working on the rock work. So without further ado, let's jump down to the workbench and let's get rocking. And welcome to the workbench. For the first time this week, I appreciate I decided to open up this week's update with a quick time lapse, and hopefully you enjoyed that. So what we can see in front of us now is essentially the result of all that work that I put in that was in the time lapse. What I've done is added some filler to this piece here, and I've started to come over the wall so it looks a little bit more blended in. Now what I will say is it's really solid, a little bit flaky in places, but generally speaking it's really solid, and I think that will work really nicely. There's possibly a few bits that I might patch up, but I was really struggling to get it to stick to the foam, and it was very frustrating. So I have only done this one side, and I have the other side to go. Now we're just about, less than an hour away from starting the live stream, and tonight the live stream I'm going to be hopefully finishing the two buildings, the tower and the King's Hall, on top of the keep, I guess, for want of a better phrase, and then I'll be looking to put some landscaping, some plain sand, sieved out sand down on the top there. So I'll be putting some PVA down and then put some sand on top, and then I'll also be doing some sand hopefully as a trail on the upper part of the Hallows, and we'll just be mapping out a little route there, so I can then come in afterwards with the filler and fill in the gaps that are left. All being well as well, I'd like to get some additional foam down on this piece. You can see this black line here, just down in this bottom right hand corner of the screen, and I want to fill that space with some foam, get that glued to the rock work here, and then I can use the wire cutter just to turn that into a bit more of a rocky shape. But it just doesn't, the rock work kind of finishes a bit short where it should come out wider to the edge of the board. So that's just a brief update on where we've got to. As I say, I'm going to be doing the live stream shortly, and then I'll come back after the live stream and give you an update as to where I've got to and what progress I've made on the live stream. So we'll be back in a flash. And welcome back after the live stream. So we are now on Thursday of the week, and I have to say, due to the social diary, this is going to be the last day that I could do anything. Unfortunately, I just won't be getting anything done tonight. I've got too much on this evening, but I did think I would just drop by and show you what progress we'd made on the live stream, and then we can get the video out and I can get going again on Monday with this. So unfortunately the weekend is completely written off. I've got to get this finished tonight so I can get it edited and uploaded ready for Sunday. So what have I been up to? Well, I have been adding some additional parts to the model. So we're going to go sort of on a wandering tour here, so do apologize. I hope you don't get travel sick while we go flying, but here we go. Let's go for this. So on the top layer here, I have added some sand, some texturing, and a couple of additional buildings. So I've got this tower here with this other bit attaching. I've then got the white tower here, which is currently blue, but it will be white. And then just on the top there, we've got the king's house here. And then at the back, I've added more gravel to give a path-like effect. And I'll be using that then to form the basis of the ground cover. And then the rest of the ground will be made up with filler to give that sort of more rocky ground sort of texture. But I think considering where I started at the beginning of the week, and I wasn't quite sure how much I was going to get done, I was hoping to start the rock work, which I have. This is now really solid and got a great texture to it, and I think it'll take the paint and the washes really well. And then additional buildings up the top just as brought that to life more, and the buildings on the top and the landscaping, the sort of sand as well. So really pleased with where we're at with this build. Now, as I said, this is going to be the sort of stopping point for this week, and I'll be back next week with some more progress. As per usual, Wednesday will be the live stream at 8 o'clock UK time, and then I'll have another video update on Sunday. Thank you to everybody who is supporting the channel. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Really appreciate it. Gives me that encouragement to carry on making videos, and of course makes a big difference to the channel and all the YouTube algorithms. But until next time, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.